Welcome to the Curate Your Life podcast with Temetria, where we focus on curating the life you've been dreaming of, one goal at a time. Happy New Year. We are 5 days into 2024. I hope it's going well for you. And I wanted to come talk to you about resolutions and things like that. Now, if y'all have listened to the podcast, y'all know that I don't really encourage setting resolutions. I pick a word of the year that I try and live into, and I talked about that a couple of podcasts ago with my friend and fellow coach, Shanna Pizer. And then I also set 90-day goals, and I have put in place this process of what I call curating your life, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Because most people right now are making New Year's resolutions, and studies have shown that those resolutions will be abandoned by January 9th in most cases, and that's next week. So why not try curating your year and your life? Resolutions are normally characterized by a line in the sand. I'm going to start on January 1 and I'm going to start doing this or stop doing this. And I don't think people put a lot of thought into it, into the why, into the how, into the who they need to become to make that about face. They just think that magically on January 1 or 2, if they're watching football and hungover on January 1, that things are going to change and be perfect, and they're going to be able to perfectly carry out everything that they said they'd do a few days or weeks ago. When I talk about curating your life, I want you to put some time and thought into what you want your life to look like and why. And then when you have those things in place, it's easier to begin the process of curating, which, just sounds more fun and more elegant and better than resolution and being resolute. I like the idea of curating, right? Because it is drawing in more of what you want, more of what will support and shape the vision that you have for your life, and then eliminating things that don't support what you want, things that aren't going to get you to the place that you want to be. And it's more of a fluid situation, right? Whereas most people who make resolutions draw that line in the sand, and when they miss a day, they quit, or they say they're going to get back on track on Monday, right? And a couple of Mondays pass by, and then they say they're going to get back on track in February. And before we know it, it's March and nothing's happened. But when you're using the curating process, it's just that. It's a process of change, of evolving, of creating what you want your life to be. Let me give you the example of building a sandcastle. And I think this will make sense. You start with a blank space on the beach, and you have to bring in the extra sand to form your castle. But you bring in a big mound of sand, and you have to take pieces away to shape your castle and to make the different levels and to put the little turrets, is that what they're called? To make the castle-like shape at the top to form your castle. You have to bring in the sand to build on your foundation of beach, and then you have to take some of that sand away or put it in different places to actually form your sandcastle. And so that's what you're doing when you're curating your life. You're deciding the experiences that are going to help you have the life that you want. You're deciding what people, who needs to be in your life to help you live the life that you envision, to be part of the picture that you have created for yourself. You're deciding where that life is going to take place. And then when you know what that vision is, what you want, what you want to create, you'll be able to spot what doesn't fit in that vision, what doesn't work for that vision, what you should not do if you want the vision that you say that you want. So let's just go with weight, because that's one of the things that everybody's talking about right now. Everybody's going to lose weight. And listen, that is a goal of mine. And I have a plan for that. I think it's a reasonable plan. It is not an about face. It is bringing in more whole foods, healthy foods, trying to get more movement. It is less alcohol. That's curating the health picture that I want. So that's how I would apply the Curate Your Life process to weight loss. So let's take the area of your home, for example. If you decide that in 2024, you're going to start to get organized and make your home your haven, you can use the curation process, right? You decide what your vision for your home is, how you want it to feel, and then you can easily look around your home, the rooms that you're in, and you can ask yourself, does that vase create the feel that I want to have in the home? Does the pile of donations in the corner create the ambiance that I am looking for in my home? And if not, you eliminate that. And then when you get to the place that you want to bring things in to elevate your home to the vision that you want, you can look at a piece and you can touch it, feel it, think about it in your home and decide, is that going to give me the feeling that I want in my home? Is it going to blend and mesh with the other things that I have in my home? That's the curation process. And I have talked about the definition of curate before and how I think about it in terms of using it in the Curate Your Life process. I found the definition, some of the definitions that I found around the word curate are to take charge of or organize. And so when we're thinking about this process, it's you being in charge of and organizing your life. And you're the best person to do that. Another definition is to pull together or sift through for presentation. And you get to decide who you are and what you want to present to the world. And I'm talking about going deep and finding authentically who you are and presenting that to the world. To apply selectivity and taste to is another definition for curate. And you get to apply selectivity and taste to what is in your world, what and who is in your world. So think about using the curating process as you go through 2024 and the life that you're looking to create, because I think you will find that it helps you do it in a way that you love, that can bring you some joy, that doesn't feel heavy like a resolution. I enjoy the process. I enjoy thinking about it like that, thinking about it, my life like I'm curating something special, a masterpiece, because I am. It's like what museums do. They bring in pieces that will give you the feel and the awe and the joy when you're going through and you're looking at the artwork that will cause you to think or to feel a certain way, that will delight you, right? So think about the themes that you want in your life. That's another way you can do it. If you can't put your finger on a vision, think about a theme that you want for your life and what kinds of things, kinds of experiences, kinds of activities and people would enhance and elevate and bring that theme to you, create that theme, and what kinds of things don't fit into that theme. So that's another way to do it. And I know sometimes people have trouble tapping into the vision or kind of letting themselves dream and see that future. And so I have a couple of tools to help you. The one-on-one consultation with me, where I walk you through it. I ask you the questions to help you create that vision, and then I show you how you can get there. And then I also created my Curate Your Life planner. It's a 90-day planner, but it starts out with questions and prompts to help you create that vision. And then it gives you weekly prompts and daily prompts and places to write and plan to walk you through that vision. So think about that for 2024. Instead of resolutions that will be left by the wayside next week, think about curating your year. And again, if you would like help walking through the process, feel free to schedule a consultation with me. The link is in the show notes. Until next time.